All right, everybody.
Here we go.
Happy Sunday morning. Almost missed this one because my notification on my phone didn't go off saying, hey, you need to get your prep finished for this interview this morning. Never happened. I was deep in cooking breakfast for myself and decided I need to check my messages because something in my brain was bugging me about saying, you need to check your messages. Nick was on there. He's like, hey, I'm ready to go with you. And I'm like, But hey, we got it all sorted out. We're here. We're ready to go. Ready to tell the world about Giggle Saw and the plan to just dominate and have a great time with you. Great to have you on, man.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
I understand you said that you felt you don't have a whole lot to talk about with Giggle Saw. That's perfectly fine. You know, we could talk about the songs that you have out currently, videos, you know, in the works, and what's in store for the near future or distant future for Giggle Saw. So I'm sure we can find plenty to cover. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I'll turn it over to you and kind of let you explain how Giggle Saw came to happen, and if there's any sort of concept to the music that you're going for, and anything else you could think of. So I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks. Giggle Saw started out as let me start over. Giggle Saw started as a side project by mistake, which turned out really, really, really good. Me and my girlfriend sat around trying to figure out her Akai synthesizer toy, and suddenly we had made a song. You know, so we tried to figure out how that works, how to export the project to a computer or anything at all, actually. This Akai toy, I think we still have it somewhere, but it made us start Giggle Saw. But that's all good it had, actually. and we like the same kind of music. We like gothic rock, post-apocalyptic movies.
I got part of it right, and I said apocalyptic in the description for the stream, but I also said industrial metal.
yeah, exactly. Industrial metal. I'm more a metal kind of guy, and she's more a synthesizer industrial kind of girl, I'm guessing. So the perfect combination for our music.
Yeah, it works well.
The 2 pluses turn into 5 pluses, if you could say so. So we mix synthesizers, heavily distorted guitars, heavily distorted bass guitar. She's a bass guitarist. And a lot of samples, a lot of machinery in the background, like drum samples and loops, which we distort. And it's a mess.
Hey, it's a mess that works, though.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's what we're going for. My idea is that if it's a mess and you can still kind of dance to it, why not?
You're right, man. Yeah,
I'm guessing she's fine with it too. So, you know.
Yeah. To add to that, I'll just say that it's definitely dancey. You can dance to it for sure. The first song that you sent me that I listened to, I think it was "Now It's Dark," if I'm not mistaken, that you sent me. And
yeah, it could be,
yeah, my foot was tapping really, really good. My head was bobbing really good. You know, I was feeling it like, hey, this is some really catchy rhythmic stuff. You know, I think this is going to go over really well if you guys get radio play. You know, it's going to do well. And I want to point out that to my ears, the way you and your girlfriend put the music together, it's unconventional, and I mean that in a good way because you know how
weird is good.
Yes, exactly. You know how you could hear like popular music that's like played on the radio all the time, like these big names, and it's pretty much you could tell where it's going to go when the song starts, right? You can tell, you could kind of notice how it was kind of put together. Maybe not exactly, but you got a good idea of it. So that's like a conventional approach to modern music that the big names use, their producers, whatever.
Yeah. The recognition thing.
Yes, and with you, it sounds unconventional because you're just going into it, seeing what sounds cool, what works, what you like, you and your girlfriend like, and what works for you. And if it makes a song and it works together, you're happy about it. So you're not sticking yourself in a box is basically what I'm saying, and that's a big plus for me. I like music that doesn't confine itself in a box and
Yeah.
just lets itself open up. So
That
big
that's
kudos
really
to you.
that's really good of you to hear that and acknowledge it and say it, because that's kind of what we're going for.
Yeah,
Uh, I know the rules.
yeah,
That's why I know how to break them. You
yeah.
know, you can't just. I played with a couple of guys years and years ago, and they said, "Hey, listen to this guitar riff." I said, "What is this? It's not going anywhere." Yeah, is it crazy? Yeah, it's that's just it. It's crazy for craziness sake, you know. It's completely pointless. We try to say we could do this, but we're not. You know.
Yeah,
So even not we're not going out of the outside of the boundaries too much, but enough.
it's enough.
So thanks.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's fresh when people approach music that way and they're not concerned about being competitive, if you know what I mean.
Uh,
Um,
yeah,
Independent music for me has always been that sweet spot where I go to discover new music. It's always where I've dwelled as far as the music world. I have the popular bands that I listen to, like Breaking Benjamin, Metallica. You know, some of your typical names. I listen to them. I think they're great, but you know how they're going to sound. You know, they're not doing
yeah.
anything different, not doing anything new. Metallica at one point was, but they're not now.
No,
Um,
they just want
so
to write songs or get paid
yeah,
or whatever.
exactly,
As it sounds like, you know.
yeah, and that's fine. You know, they don't really need to prove anything this
No,
far into their career. You know, just put out music when you want to put out music, and that's cool.
yeah.
But let's talk about that first song you sent me. Now it's dark. I want to hear the backstory to that and kind of how that kind of came together. So I'll hand it back over to you.
That is actually the first song we ever wrote
Right.
on the Akai thing, and we had been struggling with that Akai synthesizer toy for I don't know 6 months. It's not logical. It isn't like Akai stuff never were. They were
Yeah.
they were never logical.
Take a sledgehammer to it.
Yeah, you know, I have a barrel and a sledgehammer. Here we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we sat around doing that, and we started figuring out half the things came by mistake, and then when we finally realized, oh, that thing ended up there. Huh, that's cool. Maybe we got something here. So
Mhm.
finally, we managed to put an entire song together. Also, then finally managed to export it to my musical master computer. Put it in there, added some guitars, and we realized, ah, we have to start a band. We have to
Yeah.
form a band. Yeah. So, and right then and there, we realized, okay, I play the bass, you play the guitars, you scream and yell and whisper a bit, and we're gonna have gas masks and cowboy hats and
Uh-huh.
long coats and walk around in the desert chasing fiends from Fallout New Vegas. You know? So we're dead serious, as you can see.
Yeah. Hey, it's good to have fun, man. You can't be all serious all the time because that just kills the fun.
Yeah,
You know?
I love Monty Python's Flying Circus because
Yeah.
they're dead serious about their
Yeah.
comedy.
That's
Yeah,
what
you
makes
know.
it work so well.
Yeah, it works perfect. So no, exactly. So that's how we started out, and like I said, that's the first single that came out, number 3, I think.
Mhm.
So the first single was actually, which was the first single? We don't know what we released first. Uh,
Uh, is it
Control the Future was number 2.
is it
We're doing with it.
This is our doomsday.
This is our Doomsday. That's right. This is
Oh,
our
okay,
Doomsday. Yeah.
got it.
That's the first one, and then came "Control the Future," which is more of a political song.
Mhm.
We're working on a video right now, actually, and then came "Now It's Dark." I love the samples. I love the
Yeah.
samples. You know, from movies and shit. You can
Yeah,
like
I
listen
love
to
it.
it. Hey, I know that movie.
It's like ear candy or ear Easter eggs, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Easter eggs, ear candy. Yeah, that's perfect. No, I love that stuff. Always did. We even stole a couple of samples from other bands. Did we? Yeah, I think we did from another band when we realized, hey, the Shihad from New Zealand used this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we use it too. You know.
Yeah.
So
Nothing
why
wrong
not?
with that.
Yeah. So sounds and machinery and loops and stuff in the background. We sampled stuff from my job, my place of
Oh,
work. Yeah,
really? That's interesting.
yeah, a machine that I hate, but it sounds really cool. So we taped it, and now it's in a song.
Okay. That's
I think,
exactly what I mean. It's
yeah,
unconventional means to capture some kind of thing. I have a good friend in a band called Giggle Saw. Remember, I sent him your
yeah.
track. And put it
I
on his,
realized that a couple of days ago. Giggly
yeah,
saw, gill
yeah,
saw, giggly saw, gill saw. That's perfect.
yeah. He does the same thing as you do. He'll take unconventional things that aren't even an instrument. He'll capture it on his microphone or however you capture the sound and use it in his songs. And I
That's
love that.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. Blend
So
it perfectly with the drums or the samples or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. That's what we do. That's what we like.
And did you cover how you guys named yourself Giggly Saw? Because I want to. If you didn't, I need to hear how and why that name was used.
Um, it comes actually from the tree slash bone saw thingy wire thing
Okay.
that's preppers use for cutting down trees if
Uh-huh.
they wander out in the woods and can't get home or whatever, or they use them when they amputate stuff. And
Okay. Wow.
yeah, it's called jiggly saw, Gigli, jiggly saw. But
I love the
I
name.
like to smile, giggly saw, so it still hurt.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's awesome because I've said the name a few times to some coworkers at work that know I do this, on my off time, talking with bands and stuff, and they love the name. And when
Yeah,
they heard the name and they thought you were going to be like death metal though. Like they
of
thought
course.
Giggly Saw to some of them sounded like you would be death metal. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, there's metal in their music, sure, but it's not like screamy stuff.
No,
The
it's not the
name,
same kind of
yeah,
aggressive music. It's
exactly.
aggressive, but not even
Yeah,
near.
yeah. But I digress on that. Let's talk about This Is Our Doomsday now. I know we
Mhm.
covered This Is Dark. Now I want to hear the backstory of This Is Our Doomsday. I think that's either my favorite or second favorite track I've heard from you so
Oh,
far.
yeah,
Yeah, I love the chorus in it. It's awesome.
yeah. We the chorus came by mistake, I think.
Uh,
Yeah, because we figured out how to do the verse and the bridge before the chorus, and then we realized what are we gonna do for chorus. The verse is really the '90s chugging metal
yeah,
stuff.
mhm.
That's where I came from.
It's a
Uh,
great period.
yeah, I think so. '90s well underrated so
Yeah,
much.
very,
But we just stroked some chords on the distorted guitar and realized no, we're gonna have something melodic here. We're gonna have to
mhm.
to sing, and I think this is like before we realize we're gonna have to have courses where you can actually sing instead of like scream and growl and whisper and whatever. So that came kind of now we know what to do from now on.
Right.
Even though we had a song or two before with vocals courses, but we decided early on the same thing there. You're gonna have to be able to kind of dance to it. Not so much this song, but
Mhm.
close enough.
It's close enough. You could do it though.
Yeah. Most of the time, when we make the songs, we do the drums and the samples. No, the samples and the machinery and the loops first, and then we put on some bass and drums, and then the songs basically kind of just evolves by themselves,
Right.
of themselves, which is really nice. You
Yeah.
find a couple of cool sounds, smack them in there. We got a new song.
And that's the one of the fun things about creating music or anything when you just let things happen as
Mhm.
as as they do, just
Yeah,
not really have necessarily a plan or a blueprint for it. If
no,
you want one, go ahead and use one, but I think it's more fun to just kind of go into it like you're
yeah,
going into the unknown, like in out into space or whatever, and just seeing what comes of it.
I think the approach of making music in Giggle Saw is the same as writing lyrics. We put out a bass line, we have some cool sounds and whatever, and then everything evolves from there. And then we realized, this is the verse, this is the chorus. We have to make the chorus singable or something like that. And some kind of beat that means that you're gonna have to stomp your foot,
Yeah.
even if you really don't like it. So that's important. And lyric wise, I think I'm usually the one writing lyrics. And I start out with kind of a headline and see where it goes. And then when I'm done writing the lyrics, and take a step back and look at it, read it, and realize, it's about something else.
Yeah.
So it starts out with one thing, and evolves into something else.
I like it.
Very few times I have to go back and I can't have this. I have to edit it. Most of the time we just, you know what, this is good. We roll with it.
Yeah. But when you do have to go back and change something, do you ever have any moments where it's painful to edit something out that you wonder, well, what if this can work in some way if I just give it a little bit more time? Or is it pretty easy to just kind of move on from it?
Funny you should say that, because can I? We wrote a song that we're really happy with, really glad. And this is the one song that we kind of thought, no, this is the just one fix song, Ministry. We're just gonna yell.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, let's go. Now we're done. But the bridge is very singable. It's very melodic. And a guy called Andreas that I used to work with in a lot of bands, he said, why is the chorus only one time? I said, what chorus? It's like 5 times. What are you talking about? No, you sing, it's nice, it's beautiful, the strings and the synthesizer. That's the bridge, bro. It's not the chorus. And then we realized, oh, crap. We had to rearrange the entire song. So we put the bridge as if it were a chorus.
Okay.
So the one song that we didn't want a melodic chorus in has a melodic chorus in now.
Well,
it's better, but that's we're gonna have to do this all over again. Oh, okay, fine, whatever. And we did it and realized it. Oh, but the song is so much better now. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, thank goodness for your friend then, kind of catching that and kind of steering you in a direction of going back and editing that and arranging it again, So
I'm usually the kind of guy who tells him, Andreas, you have to chill out, back down. What are you doing? What are you trying to accomplish here?
Yeah.
So now he managed to he got his vengeance. Okay.
Hey, yeah.
But everything turned out better. So why not?
Yeah.
And I have no prestige. I have no pride. I don't care. I do not literally give a shit. If somebody says, do this and it will be better, I don't care who that person is. If it's better, it's better.
Yeah, that's a good way to approach it.
Why not? I mean, it isn't about you or me or Annika, the bass guitarist. It's about the music.
Yeah, music first.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds pretentious, but that's why we're doing it, isn't it? So he's gonna have some cred for that, for the song. It's called "Kiss It All Goodbye," and the cover is actually by Giggle Saw, with a tiny drop of strawberry. Looks awful.
We'll get into the time frame of that coming out after we talk about Control the Future and a few other things, because I'm eager to hear more new music. I go back and listen to the ones that are out frequently, and I want to hear where it goes next. I'm the kind of mind when it comes to music that so for example, band I really like, they put out an album that I've been waiting for a year, 2 years, or however long. That comes out. As soon as I get done listening to it, I'm like, okay, love that. What's next?
What's next?
My brain just always wants to hear the next thing from just anyone I listen to, because I like hearing what's created. I like hearing, okay, what kind of place will they be at for this next album or EP or single compared to where they're at with this release? You know, because you change
Absolutely.
over the course of a year quite a lot. You know, you might not think
Yeah.
you do, but you do change.
Oh yeah,
But
it does.
so sorry. With
I'm thinking
with control, go ahead.
not. I would
You're good.
like to be an Iron Maiden fan because if you buy an Iron
Mhm.
Maiden album, you know exactly what you're gonna get. You don't with Ministry, you don't with Shihad, you don't with the Beatles, you don't with any band actually. But Iron Maiden, you know exactly what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I like to evolve a bit. You know, I want to if I release an album with one band, and the fans are gonna say, I hope they evolve. No, they're probably not gonna say that. I hope they evolve just enough
Just
you know,
enough.
some change. Same songs, only better, or whatever. We wrote 6 songs in pretty fast succession, so these songs are fairly alike. You know, apart from the number 6 that is going to come out after summer, that's really slow and really heavy. It's you will be hurt. You know, it's painful.
Hurt in the
But
sense of hurt my feelings, or hurt in the sense of just how it sounds.
yeah, it's going to be painful physically and mentally, and also you're going to feel a little, this is nice.
Yeah.
My head hurts. But it's both beautiful and really heavy and aggressive. So everything is in there. But the first 5 songs, they're fairly simple. No, sorry, not simple. They follow the same kind of dramaturgical rules. Not really, but they sound similar.
Yeah.
And after that, we have like 3 or 4 new songs that are going to be released after the summer. That does not really sound like anything we've done. So we'll see. We're gonna have to take a step back. What did we do? Can we do this? You know. But I like a bit of change. Not too much though, because so many debut albums from my favorite bands are magnificent, and after that, 10 records of nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be like that.
There's a handful of bands that I love dearly that have recently just been putting out stuff that just sounds and feels a little bit by the numbers, you know, and
Yeah,
just kind of, it's time for another new album cycle. So let's go into the studio, let's write, and then hype it up, saying that, you know, we put so much into this record, but then when it comes out to the not so average listener, you're going to pick up on a song that sounds phoned in
mhm,
and just, you know, half done, you know.
yeah,
And it's sad to
absolutely.
hear that, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I also
but
hear a lot of stories about how bands release their first album. They've been
mhm,
working several years
yeah,
building up 10 really, really good songs that really
mhm,
define them and their sound. And after that, they have nothing
yeah,
because they have 1 year to make 10 new songs. They don't have those years before, you know?
yeah.
So that's a bummer because
It is a
everybody
bummer.
can't write like 10 songs a month and realize one of these are good. And on 10 new songs, and one of those are good. Yeah, and keep at it. They,
Yeah,
you know, and it's like a friend of mine said, I can prove that I'm a musician to anybody. Oh, so how? I like write an album. Yeah, I can write an album in a month, in a week, in a day. I cannot promise that it's going to be good, but I could.
but it will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but I'd
that's
rather
a good
write good
point.
songs and wait a bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Cultivate what you have, let it take its time to kind of blossom, I guess, you
Mm,
know, and don't rush it. Just, you know, take your time with it, because not everybody has that knack of writing a stellar album in 3 months, 2 months.
exactly.
You
Uh,
know, some bands need, I don't know if this is a good example, but Tool,
yeah.
they can take almost 10 years or more to write an album. The recent one that they put out had some pretty great moments on it,
Yeah.
10 years and they put out an album that when you really think about it and really listen to it and you're honest with yourself is a little bit lackluster.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a bummer.
Yeah. But anyway, I do want to talk about Control the Future now. That's, I believe, the newest one right now, if I'm not mistaken.
We released, no, actually, it isn't.
You're right. You're right.
Now it's Dark, released on Spotify this Friday. And we released what on Bandcamp? Ajani. Yeah, that's the fourth single on Bandcamp. Ajani. And the third single on Spotify. We're a month after Bandcamp on Spotify, if that makes sense.
So I haven't heard Ajani yet then.
No, you have a new song waiting for you at Bandcamp.
I'm looking right at it because Bandcamp's one I have up on another window referencing things when I need to. And I saw that one and I'm like, I'm not familiar with this. I thought I was current on all the songs you had out.
Yeah. Had I thought about it, maybe I should have sent the links to you before, so you know what you were talking about. We have to do another podcast.
Oh yeah. You know, there's as many times as you want. It's not a one and done thing for me. I just like talking. So,
of course. Control the Future, right?
Yeah.
Second but last, or third song we released. Photo by Annika in London. We took the picture ourselves, and it's like I said, it's more of a political song. I don't like politics. I hate politics. I don't want to talk about politics. A friend of mine, who's no longer a friend of mine, said, "What do you think about this person in politics?" Well, he's a politician, right? Yeah, he's wealthy, isn't he? Yeah, probably corrupt to the core because of that. So I don't want to talk about it, but it is political. And the general gist is, I hate politics. And sorry,
politics are messy, so I get it.
Sorry,
politics are very messy and kind of brutal, so I get it. I'm not a big fan myself.
No, if there are so many people that knows more about this and want to talk about it, I just don't. It's interesting, but I really don't want to talk about it. But instead of post-apocalyptic in themes, as it were, this is more of a dystopian version. Actually, we put in the videos. Actually, going to have. They're probably going to sue us. I don't care what they're going to sue us for. Bottle caps. We used footage from 1984, the movie. Because we use samples from the movie, but in the video we're going to use Richard Burton telling poor Winston, "Oh, imagine a boot stomping on a face forever." So it's more of a dystopian instead of post-apocalyptic,
right?
And very, yet again, danceable. What else? The first thing, the drummer of another band I played, he said, "I love the bass. You gotta up the bass, more distortion on the bass guitar. The bass guitar is good." He loves the bass guitar.
Yeah.
So Annika says, "Oh well, I'm getting too much space here now." But it's really heavy. It's really tough. I like it a lot. It's more post-punk, if you can say that.
Yeah.
And as well as maybe I'm being spoilerific here, but the finale is more 90s industrial metal, like Pitch Shifter and Godflesh.
Oh, Godflesh, great band.
Yeah, I love those guys. Yeah, always did, always will. So it's kind of starts out with a disco post-punk stuff, and then just all in mess. It's chaos at the end. We gotta love the chaos, right?
Yeah. I threw that in there, man. It's it adds to the fun and the spontaneity, I guess, of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's awesome, man. You know, that's I think that might be the most listened to song out of the ones I've heard from you that I go back to the most. Probably for some of those reasons. Just in general, though, the music's just really catchy, you know, and it catches the ear, you know, really well, and it just kind of hooks in there. And I, I think couple like about a month ago, maybe quite that long. I had I think Now It's Dark was playing. No, one of the songs was playing. And I wasn't really paying attention to how loud I had it in the car. And I was eating breakfast and I was drinking coffee before I went in for work. And out of the corner of my eye on the passenger side, out that window, I see this person in a car kind of just glancing over and they're doing this. They're kind of just nodding their head. And I noticed that. And so I kind of turned it down and I roll my window down. They roll theirs down. They're like, is that ministry? And I'm like, it's not, but I can understand why you would think it's ministry. There's similarities there. And they're like, who is it? And I'm like, Giggle Saw from Sweden. And they're like, that's a really weird name, but I like it.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It brings some goddamn tears to my eye, bro.
Yeah. So hopefully they went and checked out more of the music because I saw them write it down on something. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love those moments, where music from somebody that I listen to finds another person.
Yeah.
In the most random ways,
I think that's the most. It's worth more that way than if you like tell people, hey dude, you got to listen to this new band I discovered. Fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep telling my buddies at my job, if you're going to tell people about my bands, don't tell them you know me. I say, why? Don't you think I should brag about it? No, because the fire in the eyes of these people goes away so fast. Oh, you know him. That's why. Okay, yeah, I'm not interested anymore. That's how it works. But if you tell people that, oh, I like this stuff, and I don't know him, I just heard about it. Blah, blah, blah. That works. That actually works. But it's even more worth it when in your situation, roll down the window, or another person at on the bus a couple of years ago. I heard the headphones. I would listen. What is that? It sounds really cool. And the guy who's listening to music, he kind of went a little awkward. What are you doing? Oh, just hear the music. What is that? I just listened to this band. I don't remember what band it was. I think it might have been something like Machine Head or something like that.
Machine Head.
Machine Head.
Yeah.
So same thing there. We didn't become friends, but we kind of connected. So he tipped me about a new band I've never heard of, or did. I don't remember which one it was. So that's fun. That's really fun. The random things, as you say, that's really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I've had several of those moments through my life, and it's always love them. Especially when it's the music that I like, and somebody else likes it too.
Yeah.
And you just like with your what you just said there, just those kinds of moments. That's one reason why I like going to concerts so much is just finding all these people that listen to the same thing you are and just kind of reminiscing about it, talking about it, favorite songs, favorite moments in those songs. Maybe if you've seen them, multiple times, which of those times you've seen them was the most epic or, memorable, because those are, I like to call them core memories as far as music's concerned, just connection with people,
Yeah.
It's an important element of music is the connection.
Oh yeah, so, I think so.
Yeah. But that being said, though, I think we've covered. I really wish I'd heard and Johnny because I really want to talk about it, and I'm wondering if I could play it.
You're gonna love that song. I think you're gonna love it on so many levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had heard it because I want to talk about it because I feel like if we don't talk about it, I'm leaving something important out.
Call it cliffhanger.
If you want to talk about it right now, you can. That you're more than welcome to talk it up, hype it up, get me more hype to hear it, and then when we're done, I'll go listen to it.
I'll say I don't want to put in too many spoilers because I like dramaturgy, the dramaturgical stuff. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it is about. It says so on Bandcamp though, but I'll say it anyway. It is about our teenage acting idols. When I was a teenager, I really loved that kind of movies and these kind of actors. I'm not going to say anything. The song is called Ajani from Isabel Ajani.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's on the cover.
Yeah.
So it isn't all about her, but it's about a lot of things. It's about movies from our teens. I'll leave it at that. So you
Okay.
listen to it and get back to me because I
will. I
think
definitely
I think
will.
you're gonna like it actually. So
Well, you
yeah,
haven't let me down yet, so I'm sure you're right that I'll love it.
hope so. But I think so. So
And
a lot of
then
references.
um, anything else that you could think of Giggly Saw related that you would like to divulge, or do you want to keep as much as you can under your hat, so to speak, for surprises in the future?
I don't want to say too much. I don't think we do, but we have more. There's so much more coming. We're not probably not going to play live in the near future, but there will be videos. There will be way more songs. We have the year covered, and I hope we don't evolve too much because I think we're really happy where we are right now,
Yeah.
musically, and we're going to see if we can create. This sounds stupid, but I don't care. That's the way I am. We like the myth, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a short story music video where we walk around in the desert trying to figure out what to do with life because there is no life, and create personas around the stuff. So that being said, now I spoiled everything.
Oh, not everything. Even if you divulged everything to me outside of the interview, I would still be excited for it.
That's really good. Dude, you're really
Yeah.
nice. I like this guy.
Yeah, because that's just how I am. I spoil movies for myself all the time before they're even out. Like movie that hits the theater, I hate critics because I think they really don't know a thing about making movies or
Yeah,
writing music if they don't do either one of those things.
yeah,
But I'll go read a review for a movie, and there will be spoilers in there. But I
yeah,
don't care. I'm still gonna watch it and enjoy it, even though I know maybe how it ends or what happens to this
yeah,
character or whatever. But yeah, I just how I am.
yeah. I'm the other way around. I'm completely opposite of that. I do not want to be spoiled when it comes to movies. My kid said, "Oh, you haven't seen Halloween? What's wrong with you? Go watch it. It is so good." And that's the moment I was spoiled. That was a spoiler. It's so good. I watched the movie and realized I love John Carpenter, but this movie sucks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That I think
I gotta agree with you. It's not the best of like the slasher horror kind of,
no.
you know.
But it was kind of the first though, so
Yeah, yeah,
you have to accept that.
yeah.
But saying a movie is really good, that was a spoiler. I'm sorry.
You said Sting.
Huh?
What was the movie again that you just said?
Halloween.
Oh yeah, Halloween. I thought you said
Yeah.
also after that a movie called Sting is that's actually a movie, but you didn't say that. But I'll just go ahead and
No.
say it's a
Yeah.
movie that I've seen recently. I won't spoil anything because you don't like spoilers, but maybe if you happen upon it, see what you think.
Mhm. Yeah. Why not? We love
Yeah,
movies.
but
As you can hear on our music, we love movies.
yeah,
Yep.
it's one of the things I love about the
Yeah.
music. So yeah.
If you can figure out when you listen to Ajani, if you can figure out the loop in the background, I will press a vinyl record and send it to you.
Oh, dude, that'd be
You
sick.
you will not be able to figure it out. But
Hey,
there, I said it.
don't kid yourself about that though, because I've heard a lot of music, watched a lot of movies. I'm only 38, but I've listened to a lot of older music as well.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty. I don't know if I want to say educated with music and movies,
you could
but you
be.
might be right. I might not be able to guess it, but you never know.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not what you think, but sure, you be my guest. Go ahead.
And then I listened to it in 5 minutes after we stopped the interview.
Yep.
I send it to you, and I end up being right. You're gonna be like, "Who is this guy?"
Never heard of you.
But well, hey man, that's cool. I accept your challenge.
Good.
But no, man. Glad that this worked out. Again, sorry that my phone didn't send off the alarm like it was supposed to, because in all honesty, I've forgotten one interview in the whole entire time I've ever done this.
Oh,
It still haunts me because I hate that it happened.
yeah.
So,
I can understand.
just things coming up and me being busy and it just slipping my mind. I'm human, so
Yeah. Then again, same time, Annika said, "Well, we changed to summertime. We moved the clock forward an hour,
yeah.
and that's why I wrote you and realized why do I write you? I don't want to go on right now. Look at my hair. No, So when I said chill, I meant it. I need coffee. I have to come up here.
Well,
So it's cool.
I've been up since about 3:40 a.m. my time. Anyways, I'm up pretty early, pretty much 7 days a week for my job. I'm not working Saturday through Monday, but I get up at the same time, so I keep my body used to the kind of
That's good.
routine and what I do. So
Yeah,
I'm up early either way.
that's good. Well,
But
no harm done.
yeah,
No problem.
that's good. But I know that I can't see Annika, but I just want to say hi to her and love your contributions to
She
the
waves.
band.
She waves. She waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome bass work and synth and all that. It sounds great. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you, bro.
but no, man, loved having you on, Nick, Annika. Even though you're off camera, it's been great, been fun. I will make sure that this finds you on YouTube when I get it uploaded. It'll be on Facebook as soon as I hit end stream. It stays there. It's up. You can share it. You can chop it up. You could, edit it. It's you own it just like I own it because you're in it.
Yeah,
So,
perfect.
Just
send me all the links so I can pass it on.
We will be in touch. You could hit me up in the future when you get some more music out, and we can talk again. And we'll make sure I let you know what I think of Johnny when I listen to it.
Great. We're looking forward to hear about that.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's still Sunday there, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to work in a couple of hours, but yeah, it's Sunday.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoyed talking with you. I'll get the word out about Giggle Saw as much as I can.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Are we off? Perfect. Perfect.